I'm going to take this part and mush it down again. Now see, I've lost my texture because I mushed it down. So I'm going to pick this one up, but because I'm flipping it over, my texture is going to be on the other side. So I'm going to lay that side on there and push it, oh, a little sticky, push it on there, okay? So you can see I'm making sure I have that texture in there on that side. So then I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to trim off my excess like that and trim this part. And then I like the little corners taken off, so I'm just going to give myself little corners like that. And then I'm going to lift it up and flip that over. Okay, so there's the start of my messenger bag. And I'm noticing the bottom's not quite square, so I'm going to cut that and make it square. And sometimes when you flip it, it doesn't go square, so you can go ahead and just trim it then too, like that.
I also notice it starts to get smaller.
As you trim it, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, so there's the basis of my messenger bag. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside, and now I'm going to make a couple of pockets to put on the front of it. So I'm going to take my same color, because it is the same, made out of the same fabric, the purse is. I'm going to roll that thin. I'm going to give it a little bit of a texture on here. When my fingers get sticky, I'm just touching my little cornstarch bag so that I can keep my fingers from being sticky. So I'm going to put that on there, lay it down, and I'm going to make myself little pockets. So I want little tiny square pockets. So I'm going to cut myself 2 little squares.
Thanks for finishing that sentence.
Oh, but yeah.
I'm going to cut myself.
I'm going to cut myself. Okay, so I've got my 2 little squares, and they have the pattern in them. And I'm going to get wet right here, a little wet one side where I want my 2 little pockets to go. And I'm going to lift those up and put them right there on my purse.
That texture really does it.
It does.
So
it
cool.
makes it look like canvas, kind of.
Yeah.
So now I could just leave them like that, but I want my pockets to have little flaps too. So I'm going to cut another part of this that has texture in it. And again, all of this is eyeballed. Like I said, if you want to be exact, knock yourself out. You can be as exact as you want. You can measure everything, make sure your little pockets are the same. I'm not like that.
Or just take more time.
Yeah, just take more time.
Because when they do this at home, they probably won't be on a live show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm rushing through this, and they would be much neater. And if you look at the pictures that Michael posted, I can do these very neatly. But again, we're pressed for time here, so we're going to go with the quick and down and dirty version. So I've got my little top of my pocket, and all I'm doing is cutting the top a tiny little piece that's about the same size as the pocket. And I'm going to put a little drop of water on the top part of the pocket, and I'm going to lay that on there. Oh, and by the way, if you have long nails, you can't do this. You'll notice most cake decorators have really kind of short, stubby nails, because you can't do all this stuff if you have long. I mean, I envy those girls with those gorgeous long nails, but I can't do it. There's no way. All right, so I've cut the other one. Put a little dab of water on the top of that pocket, and slide it on there, drop it, and then try to slide it on there.
You've demonstrated that
dropping thing
quite a few times.
My husband is home laughing. So then I have my pockets. Now I want to have little, I'm going to put gold on these.
Ooh, those illegal balls?
My illegal, my gold illegal balls.
Yep.
I'm going to put a drop of water here, a drop of water here, and a drop of water here. And I'm going to put a little dragee on each side, on each one. So those are the little clasps for the pockets and now this one needs a handle too.